Ladies and gentlemen, this time the Clipper Crusher herself, Caitlin Pleska. Miss Pleska, welcome to the show. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Well, we just had that interview with Riley, and then I tried to click her off and clicked you on somehow. So it is mass chaos here on this
I
Friday.
did see
So
that. I did see that. Little
help
sneak
us get
peek.
back. Help us get back on the runway, Ms. Clipper.
I got you.
Let's start with this. I was able to see you and Dota hitting bombs against South Range on Saturday, and there was this interesting little celebration going around the base pass. The clip, we're used to the Clipper clap. Wait,
Yeah.
I can't. I'm from Palestine. I can't. I don't think I can. I can not legally do that right now. But what I can tell you is that might be one of the coolest celebrations I've ever seen. Who came up with it, and does everybody do it when they hit a home run?
So honestly, I cannot remember who came up with it. I'm pretty sure it's been going on since my freshman year, and everybody does it. So whenever anyone hits a home run, they always do the little clipper plane into home. So it's more of like a tradition now. I cannot remember the first time we did it or who started it, but it's been a tradition since my freshman year, and we've kept it going.
Tack on to this question. Who does it the best? And who does it the worst? Because I know there's probably somebody out there that just kind of like, T-Rex arms it, something like that. Like who like brings it? Like they're going to land that plane on home plate.
Oh boy. Like I don't know. I feel like everybody does it pretty good, but we do have our freshman Addie Brode. She does like a little like she like spazzes it. She goes like really fast. And so that one's definitely different than the rest of us who just kind of do like one each way or something like a little slower. Addie goes a little crazy with it. So I think that's definitely entertaining. But
Addie doesn't care about the landing gear. She just goes straight for it.
She's just
I
going
love
for
it.
it. She's going for it.
Now, here's the other question. Do you do the sound effects yourself while you're coming in? Do you
No.
Come
None
on.
of us do that, no.
I couldn't pick it up on my headset. I was hoping for it because that would have been
maybe
sweet.
I'll pitch the idea. Maybe we'll add that to it.
Maybe we'll add the sound effects to it on the broadcast.
That would be definitely entertaining for everyone.
That would probably be weird. Not gonna lie to you.
I think it would be funny.
All right, we'll do it. Twist our arm.
There we go. Yeah.
You've been quite the leader. I mean, across the board, everybody knows your name. It seriously is like cheers. When people talk about Columbiana, you're one of the first names out of their mouth. What has it been like to have that identifier and to lead a team? For seemingly like 8 years. Feels like you've been there forever. What's it been like for you on this ride with Columbiana, which is really turning into quite the program, young lady?
So honestly, it's been a big 4 years for me. Ever since I was a freshman, I've been putting up some good numbers. So I've always been up there, like kind of at the top, being Coach Kurtz wanting me to be like a leader and helping everyone else and setting the tone. So it's always been a little bit of a weight on my back, but I've gone through with it pretty well, I think. And being a senior this year really puts me up there to be a leader. So I've just been setting the example because everybody else can just like follow along and I can help them whenever they need. But setting a good example with like mindset and everything like that, that's a big part of it, because whenever one person is up or if one person is down, it kind of just like pulls on the rest of the team. So you want to make sure you're doing everything you can to keep your team going and motivation and all of that. So it definitely helps that I'm keeping up, and the first part of my lineup knows that if they get on base that I'll be there to hit them in, or if I get on base, then the lineup like behind me is going to be there to hit me in as well. So it's all just a team effort, but I'm just really there trying to help like motivate everybody and keep them going.
I think the entire EOAC feels like you've been playing at Columbiana forever. They're like, oh, geez, she's a senior, finally. How long has it been? Like, has it felt really long for you, or has it felt like something that you can blink and yesterday was freshman season?
Honestly, I think it goes both ways. My high school, like my 4 years in high school, have felt like they've gone tremendously slow. Like, I'm honestly so ready to be done with it. But I also feel like I could like blink and I go back to like my freshman year when my brother and I are both playing in high school and we had like our little sibling interview we did and everything like that. Like, I feel like it was just yesterday that I was moving him into his college dorm sophomore year, and now this upcoming fall he's going to help me move in. So it's kind of crazy to think about, but it's been both quick and slow at the same time.
It's kind of wild. I mean, I feel like I can connect with you from that because I was a senior when my sister was a freshman. We hit home runs the same time against the same team, Southern Local. Sorry about your luck. But for you, what did you learn through your brother's experiences that you were able to carry through the next few years, in your high school career?
So my brother's always been a role model to me in baseball and academics, and honestly just as a person, because he was also a really good athlete at baseball and he kind of set the level really high up there. So I would always chase that and want to beat him. So it was kind of like a little sibling rivalry. So he was always pushing me, even though he wasn't technically pushing me. I just wanted to be better than him. So we were always doing that. So that pushed me to become better and have motivation to work and be who I am today. And he's also really good at like the academics and everything like that. So it makes me want to keep my grades up because I want to be just like him because he's just amazing.
How often do you let him know that you're doing things that maybe he hasn't done at Columbiana?
Breaking news right here. Breaking news.
I mean, I don't like to rub it in his face too much because, like,
liar. Every little sister does. Liar. Don't you lie on my broadcast.
Okay. At the beginning, I would rub it in his face. Be like, guess what I just did today? I hit another home run. How many do you have? Not that many. But so at the beginning, I would rub it in his face a little bit. But now I know he's proud of me and I know that he's just as good as me. So I don't like to rub it in. So he knows what I'm doing. He keeps tabs on me, even though he's really busy at college. I know he's keeping up with the Game Changer and watching my stats. And I know he's proud of me, but I don't like to rub it in anymore because I don't know.
Because you already won. Let's just say
I already won. I already won. So
you got the belt.
There's no need.
Caitlin, I guess, I mean, you said it earlier, which it lends intrigue on my part because it's seemingly everybody, that's out of high school wants their high school days back. They want one more game to play, but it seems like you're kind of ready to go. Like you've still got a lot to do as you head into the playoffs. Obviously, you have your goals personally and from a team standpoint. But like, when did you really start focusing on the next steps? What you wanted to do, life after high school, things of that nature, and what is it that you set out for yourself?
Okay, so honestly, I've been ready to be done with high school for since I stepped into high school. Not even gonna lie, it hasn't been my thing. Like right now, I'm only at the school for 2 classes, and the rest of it I'm taking like online college, which is good for me because I get to go to the gym in the morning and everything like that. But so I've been ready to be done, but right now I'm focusing on the softball standpoint because we need to keep our head in the game for this next little run because we have a few games next week and then we go into district semis and we need to just keep our heads down and pay attention and focus to get through that because we want to get as far as we can. So I am ready to be done, but I'm also more focused on putting my mind towards the softball standpoint instead of focusing on, oh my gosh, like I'm going to be done in a week. So I'm going to focus on that. But for college, I'm committed to Arcadia University in Glenside, PA. It's a little bit north of Philadelphia. I'm double majoring in psychology and criminology, and I'm also playing softball. So like I feel like everybody's like, oh my gosh, like it's so surreal, like it's my last softball game. But for me, I'm going to be playing softball even more. So it's a little bit different.
Anthony?
Was that your question? Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought it was your turn. My bad. Caitlin, yeah, I think you're the first player that I can remember that has signed to Arcadia that we've covered at YSN. Talk about that. When did Arcadia come onto the radar and what made it feel like home to you?
So honestly, Arcadia came into my college search like quite at the end. So I had a lot of colleges that I was going through. Sorry, if you hear that, I'm sorry. But so
are you getting called to the office right now?
No, it's
okay.
It's a walkie, but so Arcadia came in like at the end of my college search. So I was actually going through a lot of colleges and they weren't like even part of it. And then right at the end when I had it narrowed down to just a few colleges, my parents were like looking at this school and they're like, oh my gosh, like look at this. And the coach like reached out to me and we were talking. And so we set up a college visit. So I went down and I visited the campus. I talked to the coaches and I got on campus and the first thing I see is this big like castle. And I was like, that's sick. And then we took a tour of the rest of campus and it was just beautiful. I loved the campus there. I felt like I could be there for the next 4 years of my life. And then I talked to the coaches and they were just really welcoming and they were really, I talked to them about like their softball philosophy and it really lined up with my philosophy in softball and their ideas and focuses. And I just really thought that I could see myself there because everybody's like, oh, like when you step on campus and everything like that, you just like have that gut instinct. Like I didn't say I really like had that, but I had that more with that school than the rest of them I've been at. So we did a little bit more like thinking at home with my parents and everything like that, but that ended up being the one that I chose.
All right, so bad journalism here. I should probably done a little bit more studying. What the Arcadia? What's the mascot?
Knights. They're the Knights.
That's why you have a castle. That makes sense.
Yep. I could honestly live in the castle my freshman year if I wanted to, but
so
you got to, right? Live in the castle.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is you have like the chance to be with like 4 or 5 roommates or something like that, and that's a lot. So
Caitlin's like, I don't like people that much.
Yeah, no, I don't. So like, I'm fine. I already have my roommates chosen, so like we're okay with where we're at because we're my 2 roommates are also softball players, and one of them is majoring in psych too. So it'll be.
Oh boy, look out! Red flag.
Oh, how is that a red flag?
Those psych people, they live in here. They live in here.
I'll come back and read your mind. Don't worry.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Caitlin, so the home run from a Clipper plane to a horse? What are we?
Yeah,
what are
we
we
galloping down the third base line.
Shoot. I don't know. Like,
you can
maybe we'll have to get
Braveheart it.
Maybe like have to get a plastic sword or something like that and just like toss it to me, like slice it down when I hit home plate or something like that. I don't know.
Come on, we need you to be creative here. We need you to be ready.
I don't know. I'll have
that's
to figure
gonna
it
be
out.
your moment. That's your moment.
I have some time in the summer. I'll plot and plan.
In all seriousness, from a standpoint of being role model right now, I mean, to have all these young ladies and seemingly little boys too, looking at you and thinking like how successful you've been over the course of your last 4 years at Columbiana. What's it like to have those Clipper eyes look at you and be that superhero, so to speak? Do you remember being young and looking at people in a different, version than you do now, or and what's it like with them watching you?
Honestly, it kind of puts a weight on my shoulders that like everybody's watching me and everybody's like expecting like the Caitlin Pleska that they've heard about in like the newspapers or online and everything like that, because I'm not always that player, but I strive to be the best that I can for them because I know there's constantly somebody like watching on Game Changer or at the field or online or whatever. So I just want to be the best that I can. So I kind of take the weight off my shoulders and I just like, I focus on the moment and I know that I can do it. So I'm just constantly like telling myself, like, you can do this, like you believe in yourself and everything like that. So if you don't believe in yourself, then nothing's going to happen. So you got to just keep your spirits high like that. And just, it gives me a reason to play. Like, I'm not just playing for myself. I'm playing for everybody that's supporting me because I have so much like love in my heart for everybody that's watching me and supporting me. So I don't want to let them down, but it's also motivation to strive to do my best.
And then you talk about support system. I mean, because of travel, you've been able to build this relationship with softball players around the whole area, not just inside Columbiana's community. What's that like to look around and be like, hey, they're doing good. They support me. They support me over here. I got friends over there. And then you play against them every now and then. But when you're not, it's like you have a whole support system around the whole softball world in Northeast Ohio. What's that like?
So it's kind of crazy because I know like a lot of different people in the softball world, even some like from Pennsylvania and everything like that. So I know that they're always like keeping tabs on me because I'm keeping tabs on them, especially my travel teammates and everything like that. So my travel coaches are also really there for me. My one coach will always like text me after my games and be like, oh my gosh, like the one game he texted me like literally 2 seconds after the game ended and was like congratulating me on a home run or something like that. It was like in all caps, and he's just the best. And everybody else is like always watching. I'll get like a text here and there of like how good you're doing or everything like that. I try and go support them as much as I can. I haven't been able to make it out to many games this year, but I'm going to see if I can make it to some tournament games to try and support like my travel teammates and everything like that, because I think that's really important to have like a strong connection with all of them, especially since we're on the same team. It always helps. So they support me, but I also support them just as much as they support me. So it kind of goes both ways.
Ms. Pleska, it has been an absolute honor sitting with you, talking with you. You were so comfy, cool, like so cool the entire time. Like,
I've gotten a little used to it. We're just chatting here. Like
we're just chit-chatting a little bit. That's all we're doing. A little exchange. And nobody better than you. This is incredible. You know, we're fans. We're super fans at this point. And this thing, keep it up.
Hopefully,
but
I'll
tell you what,
to do that a few more times this season.
I think you will.
Let me have this final question. I mean, you've seen this program grow while you've been in it. I mean, you've been literally building the plane while it's in the air. When you are looking at this, like, again, looking back, I know you've still got a long way to go. Have you seen this program, and how proud of this program are you over the last 4 years to where it's become now? I mean, you guys girls are now really targeting some of these teams that have taken you down the last decade. And now you're not only standing with them, but you're taking them down almost mercy sometimes.
So first of all, building a plane in the air is a little sketchy, but anyways.
I thought I was getting a compliment. I was like, I snuck that in.
But honestly, it's been really crazy because each year we've kind of grown to a higher level. Like my freshman year, each year in like playoffs, we've gotten a little bit farther. Like last year, we finally got to the district finals, and that was actually the first time in Columbiana history that we made it to D3 district finals. So that's kind of crazy to think about. We did end up losing, but you know, it's just the mark that made it there was getting there. And so this year we're hoping to go more, but each year we see our record, we see our scores, and everything just like keeps getting better and better. So each year we've won the EOAC, of course, but our scores in the EOAC have kept up, and some of the higher teams that we've played in like higher divisions and everything like that, we've either beat them or we've been putting higher scores on them, scoring more, or keeping the game like really close, where we couldn't have done that in past years. But so we definitely see progress in our games, and like beating South Range this past weekend after they mercied us last year in the district finals, that was definitely a big win for us. And we put up some good numbers against Howland last night, and against those big teams, it's just crazy to think about how our little school that hasn't always had the best like softball history to finally be putting up some crazy good numbers against some really good teams.
You should be proud, young lady. Incredibly proud. The Clipper captain now and currently, but very soon, she will be the queen of the castle. Ladies and gentlemen.
That was a good one.
Pleska. Thanks, Caitlin. Appreciate you.